I want to know who told ethnic Black Americans they weren't good at math, because how is that possible when all dancing is, all music is, and which is what they say that we're good at, is rhythm. What's rhythm? Rhythm is just mathematics. So how can ethnic Black Americans naturally or just be bad at math when we're the best at rhythm, we're the best at music, we're the best at sports, which is rhythm as well, which means that we just naturally tap into mathematics. If you say, "Oh, you that's all they're good at. They're good at," which is great because we're physically that is a genetic superiority. If all we're good at is sports, dance, and music, I mean, that's pretty amazing in itself. However, all that has to do with rhythmic capabilities. So all rhythm is mathematics. It's a tempo. Tempo is math. It's time. Time is mathematics. It's just that. So if we're naturally already tapping into mathematics through rhythm and tempo, then we're just mathematical geniuses without even realizing it. Like we can tap into it without thinking and trying to make it. So you're never going to convince me that we're not mathematical, because we already have a natural genius to tap into math. Okay. All those riffs people do when they're singing, all of those types of rhythms that we do, all that stuff is just tapping into mathematical sequences and patterns and algorithms. Those are mathematical algorithms. So if you sing a song, if you sing a song, right, what you're doing is you're on a tempo, you're on a time basis, and you're on melodies. And if you even look at if you even look at notes, notes are on a graph because they do a different vibration, and vibration again goes back to math because everything really goes back to math. So if you took Aretha Franklin's songs and her notes and all those tip things, if you took gospel music and how tapped into, you would see an algorithm that is mathematically based. So even if there's no way you can tell me, and let's just talk about, all right, I know I'm going all different places, but just follow me. When I wanted to learn how to do my daughter's hair before she was born or what have you, I wanted to make sure I did protective styles, all this stuff, and I wanted to make sure I was prepared for any hair texture she might have. And so I studied a lot of ethnic Black American women and how they built and how they did hair. Man, these things are geometric. These are just geometrics. The thing that makes a ethnic Black American girl's hair beautiful when she's doing protective styles when they're very young is these are geometric shapes like triangles and squares, and all that stuff looks perfect to me. Like when you see like the average ethnic Black American woman doing her baby's protective styles, this stuff looks amazing because it's in a perfect geometrical shapes. Like it's in circles, it's in triangles, it's in rectangles, it's in squares. The things It's in diamonds, it's in like cubic type of shapes. Don't let these people gaslight you. Stop letting these people gaslight you. I just have so much pride in my community that I can see these things easily. And if you had as much self love and self pride in your culture and your ethnic group as I did, you would see so much more. If you have 15, 14, 16 year olds, because a lot of times, the sisters are doing hair too, who are automatically, putting these children's hair into geometric shapes. They're like damn near perfect and making beautiful shapes with it, singing, rhythms, all this stuff without any formal education, tapping into the natural mathematics in the universe. But you let these non-melanated people come around and tell you how your people aren't that good and how they're better and all this stuff. It's absolutely like mind-boggling to me how you can in 2025, where there's no chains on you and you can read books and you can do all this stuff now, where they before they made us where we can't see the innate talent and genius of your people. Then you don't have enough self-pride and cultural love. That's all that is. then you don't have enough self-pride and cultural love. And when you don't have enough self-esteem, then people can trick you into anything. It's like a beautiful woman who gets tricked into going out there and with a pimp and, you know, giving him all this money because she doesn't have enough self-esteem and clarity to see reality. She can't see how gorgeous she is, how much she has to offer. So she lets somebody else trick her into, you know, getting all of her stuff because she can't see what she brings to the table. So if you can't see what your people bring to the table, it means you don't have enough self-pride and self-cultural love. I'm very proud of myself. I have a lot. I'm arrogant, and I understand that. I'm arrogant, and I understand that. Um, yeah, but I feel like it helps my community for me to be arrogant because I'm looking around like this is crazy, like all this talent and everything, and all these things that we have, and all this brain power, all this genius, and all this God energy, and people sitting here thinking that they're less than or saying, "Oh, you know how black people are." How are they? How are they? They created a first world country. They're the most influential people on the planet. Tell me how they are. Oh well, we don't study this, we don't study it. What? The Reconstruction era was 12 years. It was only 12 years before terrorism and domestic violence came and destroyed it. 12 years, and within those 12 years, the kind of inventions, patents that we created, the amount of money that was made, the amount of cities that were booming, the amount of millionaires that came out of that, the amount of just pure genius, attorneys, first heart surgeries, first all these medical inventions, blood banks. How are we? The only thing that we need to work on is gatekeeping. The only thing that we need to work on is making sure we protect what we're creating. That is our biggest L. Is that one, we don't protect what we're making. Two, we keep saying dumb stuff like, "Oh, you know how we black people are." Those are our two biggest enemies. That's it. Those are our two biggest enemies, is that we don't gatekeep and protect our stuff enough, and that we keep talking down because we are, some people, because I'm not like this, don't have enough cultural pride and cultural self-esteem to see how ridiculously ingenious we are.